Hi and welcome to Bradley's Space. I'm Bradley and I've kind of built a streaming setup for really cheap with stuff I had lying around. Well, lying around. So I usually create videos using my Olympus OMD Mark 5 Mark II. It's got a complicated name. Basically that's a really good mirrorless DSLR camera, however you want to label it. And it's pretty good, except I'm lazy and I've always used the inbuilt sound. And something I've always wanted to see is how it would sound to add like a snowball microphone to my videos while presenting like this. But again, I'm lazy. And that would mean having to do the clap and edit in and get it all to sync, or buying a Rode microphone. But then still, I'm lazy and I've got to then transfer the footage from the camera to like my laptop on my computer and do it that way. So what have I done? Basically, I've purchased a £15 capture card and I'm recording this video on it now. So basically, I've been wanting a capture card for ages, but they're quite expensive and there are ways of doing like webcams via my camera quite easily. There was a piece of software that you could put into. You basically got the USB from your camera and plugged it in that way, but sometimes it would work, sometimes it wouldn't, and it wasn't great to use, and it would mean having that software installed on everything. So what I then saw was a YouTube review for a dirt cheap capture card, and I always kind of thought these would be jank, these would be rubbish. Now, I'm saying this really I'm not giving it a name because they don't have a product name. I'm going to link to it down below, and that's the best place for you to go look, because as you can see, they're not bad at all. So let's kind of take a step back. So basically, this is how I would usually record. This is what my camera looks like, just coming straight from the camera, audio from the camera. This is what I would normally shoot as, and this camera is the Olympus MD M5 Mark II. So it's quite an expensive camera, last generation, and this is kind of straight out the camera onto SD card and colour corrected that way. So what we're going to see next, and what you've seen around this video, is it going through a £15, $20 capture card. So as you can see, the audio, it isn't amazing. The video is probably better. That's because there's no compression. The main thing with this is that it is USB 2.0 and it is limited to 30 FPS. But again, like, if you're using this for streaming, that's going in a really small box in the corner of a 1080p stream anyway. You won't notice any imperfections. The second thing I'd notice is colour, but again, that could probably be fixed with colour correction. I'm just really impressed with how it looks and how it's coming across for the price, and as well as the simplicity of it to use. What buying this £15 capture card has allowed me to do is basically amp up my working from home setup, as well as add better sound and just ease of use. I no longer have to use an SD card to transfer footage. It goes straight from the camera into my PC. That improves editing times as well, and I've made it really quick. I've kind of took out of that fear that I had of setting up a camera and then having to transfer video over and that kind of delay. Now I can just sit down and do whatever I want and off we go. And this isn't technically a review, it's more of what can you do with a £15, £20 capture card. There's more in-depth videos that go into more technical aspects, but I kind of wanted to show it on my setup, because this is just a basic mirrorless camera. It's kind of a high-end mirrorless camera, but this will look great on any camera with a micro that can be attached to a HDMI port, because that's all it is. So yeah, I'm actually really happy with how much this costs of £15 to £20. All I'm going to do now is kind of show you the adapter, but I mean, for £15, £20, what are you waiting for? So this is it. I mean, this is what I've recorded that entire video on. This is the HDMI video capture. See why I didn't really use a name? It doesn't really have one. And you know what? It doesn't really need one. There's loads of manufacturers and loads of sellers on Amazon, eBay. Wherever you want to get this, you can get it from. But I'm actually really amazed by it. So the basic way I've got it plugged in at the moment is that it goes from my camera, which has a micro HDMI, up to a full-size HDMI connector like this. This just plugs in and then it goes straight into a USB on your computer. It's literally as simple as that, and that's how you can create a really good streaming setup without having to buy a webcam. Or if you want more use out of a webcam, for example, the ability to zoom and change it and do all this and change your lighting, it just gives you so much your use. And yeah, so I'm going to leave this video here on the old setup, and you can go back in the video and look how it compares. But for £15 to £20, go buy it. I mean, even if you don't use it regularly or you just want to use it for something, it's amazing. I'm going to try and do a video where I look at its abilities for gaming capture. It's not something I've ever really done in the past. I game on PC mostly, so bringing footage in from a console is not something I've really ever had to do. But I'm going to give it a go. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. I've been Bradley, and thank you for watching. I'm nearly at 100 subscribers. I might hit it the next few days. So don't forget to hit like, comment, subscribe, and get the interaction helping. Because now that the UK is in lockdown, I'm hoping to make more videos.